30 years ago, I was educated in this university. And it is very touching to be seeing the good work being done by all of you, bringing people together and making a meaning in many people's lives. This photo is of my class of 87 batch in the Mehran University. And now I'm an old man, but you can see that there is a young boy standing there. I been doing different type of work, like diverse experiences in sectors. Currently, I'm working as a volunteer, and I have founded an ecosystem restoration model in the shape of Clifton Urban Forest in Karachi. And you can see that now the flamingos are sitting there in Clifton. This particular work was a kind of a existential crisis at the times of Corona. One of my very good friend died in 12 hours because of Corona. That gave me this existential crisis that what have I done if I die tomorrow? So it made me to get premature retirement from the UN job. I was head of a program in Pakistan for the UNDP, and I quit the job. I relinquished my blue passport, the shishkes of the, lives working in the UN agency. And then I started this project because Pakistan is in grave crisis because of the environmental degradation. That naughty young boy, who is of course standing without a trouser, is me in 1971. And the background, you can see the humble houses and the villages where we used to live, coming from a very poor family. My grandfather was a Lohar. Of course, he was a skilled, blacksmith. He, apart from being a blacksmith, he was also a warrior and a Baghi. He did a lot of rebellion against many influential people in our area. Then my father was a humble tailor master in the village. But my mother, a brilliant lady, Allah unke wali hayati de, she has been the inspiration and a support in what I am today is because of her. So they say that behind every man there is a woman, and they normally talk about the spouse, which is wrong. Behind every man there should be a mother. That is my metric class in my village, 1983. And among all of these boys, I'm the only one who is, at this place. And this is, I thank Allah that, when we look back, we see that how much road you have traveled, how much barriers you have crossed. So, again, this is me. I'm sorry for the bad posture. I'm just trying to tell you that at the age of 18, I learned yoga. And I was an avid reader. I was kind of a bookworm. I learned telepathy, which I have not used anymore. And then I learned astrology. I learned palmistry. I learned geomancy, archaeology and writing at the age of 18, sitting in the village. In 1995, I earned a scholarship and I went abroad to Edinburgh. This is, I'm standing in front of the Edinburgh Castle, and this is my professor there. And I was only 26 years old. Then I joined Oxford University Press as an editor. At a very young age, it was very strange to being a person from a rural area who was educated in a village is now editing the books which are going to be prescribed for the grammar schools and high-end schools. And I started the first bilingual dictionary, Sindhi dictionary project there, which is now of course, published, but it was started by me. And you know, the childhood that you have has always such haunting memories. Because in 1999, there was a cyclone which hit us in Badin, and it totally destroyed us. The property, the livestock, the everything. And it was, you know, kind of a very mind-boggling kind of a situation when you go home and there's nothing. And you're vulnerable to death and misery and everything. So what happened that when I joined UNDP as its program head for the GF Samadhan's program, I commissioned disaster-resistant housing, energy-efficient housing, and also cooking and other renewable energy projects. So this project, I'm being interviewed at the World Bank in 2010, and this black gentleman, he was the one who started this Katrina cottage project after the Katrina, hurricane. So he actually offered us to merge the models. Unfortunately, in our country, there are a lot of barriers, a lot of speed breakers. We are a speed breaker nation, I'll be honest. And that made us that this thing is not mainstream in Pakistan. Otherwise, we have achieved 22-degree temperature difference. So you don't need an air conditioner. You don't need, in many cases, even a fan. Why to worry about bijli and bijli ka bill? Received an award from the President Zardari Saab in 2010, and Global South Expo in Washington, D.C. They recognized our technologies and our work. I told you about the Corona. Corona actually changed my thinking. Corona made me realize that life is short and treacherous and unpredictable. And once you pass on, there's nothing that can be talking about you except your deeds, your work. Do something so that you be remembered. Do something that you, when you go 6 feet under, you can breathe well, you can be proud of your life on the earth. About the Clifton Above Forest, this was the place. If you are familiar, you can see the Dolmen Mall. This was the place where I started the forest. When I was doing it, people used to come and laugh at me, you know. Even professional foresters, and they say, are you crazy? पागल तो नहीं हो गए? यहाँ क्या होगा यार? ये तो सारा डेब्रीज है. ये वो जगह थी. अब उस जगह पे ये चीजें too internationally near threatened an IUCN black-tailed garfit and Eurasian curlew वहाँ आना शुरू हो गया. First ever sighting in Pakistan of crepe plover was done at the Clifton Urban Forest. Moorhen, that madam. Moorhen is a low flight bird. It's being there in Clifton is really a miracle because I don't know how has she come there. I mean, whether she has chartered a plane or by rickshaw or how. How did she come there? This is really, I still not figured out. And it's also breeding there. Scaly-breasted munia. This one. It's also nesting there. These are the eggs of moorhen. When there were many instances when I started thinking of giving up, leaving the place and go do something else, because, you know, I had lived a comfortable life. Then I lived in a tent and I lived in a humble jhuggi and difficulties, lot of land mafias. But, you know, when I saw the eggs of moorhen, only 400 meters from Bilal House, just 400 meters from Bilal House, there was moorhen house. So moorhen house and Bilal House. That made me believe that Allah hin qawm ke shayad यहाँ जिंदा रखना चाहे तो. These are flamingos, lot of flamingos there. Greater flamingo and also lesser flamingo. There is a Pakistan flag, and then you can see flamingos feeding on the lagoon where we have developed such a habitat that they have their algae and other organisms which are the food of flamingos and other birds. Plovers, moorhen and Indian pond heron, little grip. Little grip also is a little duck. Sindhi mein ke chauda hai na, tubuno. Tubuno. It's a little bird, beautiful bird. But it's also a low flight bird. So again, it's a very strange question. How did this little grip, low flight bird came, crossed all of these Sharai Faisal and other places in the sea and came there at this place? And who sent them an email that we have a habitat? You? Glassy ibis. Again, another beautiful bird. They have a lot of flocks of glassy ibis there. Lot of butterflies. We have 8 species of butterflies in Clifton Urban Forest. And we have dragonflies and we have ant lion. Ant lion is a very interesting insect. I'm currently in love with ant lion. So mark it, note it down, ant lion, and check it on Google. It is a very interesting insect. And then we reintroduced water lilies. How many of you have seen water lilies in your life? Anybody? Can you raise your hands? You. There used to be 8 species of water lilies in Sindh. 8. Purple, red, pink, multicolored. All are gone. Only there are 2 which are also gone. You can hardly see anywhere. We reintroduced them. We reintroduced the lotus, 2 species of lotus. I have brought back 2 additional water lilies from Sri Lanka. So reintroduce them so that, we can, and then Typha elephantina, this grass that you see, Sindhi mein panna choda hai, panna, purandi. That particular aquatic plant is actually a solution for dengue and other germs. If you have this plant in your vicinity, you'll get rid of all of these germs. And this is the solution, natural solution. Another side of me, apart from that writing germ that started while I was young, continued. So I had a brilliant opportunity to work with William Dalrymple in 2008. And when he was writing 9 Lives, we traveled together, and there is a character, Lal Pari, in his book. So we together went to Sevan and we lived there, and we identified and picked this lady. She's passed away now. So that gave me this strength to write in English. So I now regularly write for Dawn, and also I have completed writing a novel, The Original Sinner, which I was reluctant to publish while I am sitting in Pakistan, because you know very well why. But let us see. It's a work of, I shouldn't say that it's a beautiful work because I'm the author, but that is there. And as a fellow Mehranian and a farmer engineer, because I'm a social engineer more than the regular engineer, I would say best use of technology and learning languages is very important. If you learn a language, you will adopt the culture and the progress of that nation. And then also positive mental attitude. Thoughts are very powerful. When in 1981, Lady Diana got married, and sitting in the village, I had not seen Karachi at that time. I made a vow that I'll go to UK and see the London. And 1995, I was in London. What you think, you will get. Be positive, manifest. And when you think that you can contribute something good for your other people, for your nation, for your earth, then the whole universe actually conspires to support you and give you opportunity. Thank you very much.